Hello guys, and welcome back to Supreme Ruler Ultimate. In the last episode, Dema got attacked by the Soviet Union, of all people, got declared war on in the middle of his war with China, right after depleting most of his troops. So, we're in a bit of an interesting situation, not to mention we're about to hit the starting date of World War II, meaning shit's about to get really hectic in this world this episode. So, stay tuned and hope you enjoy the episode.
I honestly did not see that coming.
Yeah, me neither. You're in a very shitty situation right now.
It's like, yeah, you know what? This didn't happen in real life, so we're just gonna,
Well, world volatility is on low. Ahistorical things can happen. And by warmongering, in a way, you were asking for this.
I only had one war. How's that warmongering?
It's based... Well, you're attacking the biggest country in the world, for one. But it's also based on proximity. When you declare war, the closer a country is to you, the more of a casus belli, etc. boost they get towards you. Assuming you've had a mil cap bonus this entire time as well. Penalty, sorry. So they've been ramping up casus belli with that. Not to mention, you're probably not spending money on environment too much, like 100%.
I am.
Which is also doing the same. Oh, okay then.
I have literally 100%.
But you do have a mil cap penalty. You did declare war to one of their neighbors. And they hate your guts. So I guess it was kind of inevitable. We just didn't see it coming. That's pretty insane though. There's ways to go about this other than trying to ramp yourself up like crazy. You could try to get mutual defense pacts with some people who then might send some people to help you. Like, I can send stuff, it's just not going to be enough. The biggest, really, bite of my army is the Navy. And I know you don't need my naval help, because your Navy beats Russia's Navy. 100%.
Well, I'm just gonna ramp up like crazy because I have time before Russia gets here. And if I build up a huge land production...
The good news is, if by some chance you do end up losing Korea and all the lands over there that are not in the mainland, your navy is so big, no one's gonna reach you. You can militarize the shit out of your little island and make a comeback. Because if you wait long enough, I'm pretty sure Soviets will still get attacked by Germany, and then they're gonna have to fight two fronts if the war goes on this long. That's in like 3-ish years, though.
Well,
they will go to war with Finland before that, I know that.
I'm going ham on certain things because I have the pop for it.
Yeah. You need to make sure that you are deploying garrisons everywhere over there. Like,
theater control. Garrisons. Maximize garrisons in the theater.
The one thing you can't control is Japanese Manchukuo's garrisons, though.
I mean, I could...
If you annex them, you could. I feel like that might draw someone else into attacking you, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna hope for the best. Oh, did they not realize what I have?
What do you mean?
Like, Russia's just trying to, like, send planes and stuff.
It's just what they have immediately available. They didn't mass troops on the border for this. Remember, most of it's going to have to come from Western Russia. You have a good little while before anything gets over here. And Manchukuo is probably going to take the brunt of it, realistically. Yep, they're already taking the brunt of it. And Manchukuo doesn't have an army. They can deploy some garrisons, but they don't have any, like, armed forces.
Well, hopefully they hold out long enough to where I can get a full military, and then I'll just fight back what the other places took.
I'm not sure if they can, quite frankly. Oh, there we go. Some Manchukuo garrisons versus an approaching T-27. Yeah, Manchukuo's gotta pump up the garrisons now. Otherwise, they're gonna become Russia, and they know it. This is awful! This was... Remember how we said, oh, this won't even be a challenge? But we did clarify that you would have the biggest challenge out of either of us, taking China. Little did I know Russia would get involved.
What did I say before we started? Russia is some sort of threat.
If you can end up at any point getting a peace treaty with China, by the way, you need to take it. If you get to the point where they will accept peace, then regardless of borders or border gore, you just like have to fucking take it.
I'm gonna need...
Because you cannot fight both of these at once.
I literally have to just hold off long enough for them.
The Soviets are like charging like an anti-tank or something just deep into Manchukuo territory. That's not gonna do anything. And you're actually reclaiming the territory that the USSR takes. It's not even going to Manchukuo, it's going to you. That's interesting. I mean, it would happen with time anyway. But they're just going right down this rail. Just like... They're actually capturing some of the undefended cities with this. This is an anti-tank. The one you could stomp really would be China. If either.
I know, and like I'm not too far from Nanjing.
Especially... if you could snipe Nanjing somehow... they might surrender, and if they don't, they might accept a peace treaty because losing your capital is just that big of a hit. If I were you, by the way, if you really want to hold on, you might want to start building some fortifications in Korea. Like, covering the barracks with, like, emplacements or trenches if you don't have the money for it. Maybe some fortifications, some gun emplacements. By, like, the bridges and stuff.
Oh, I'm losing money like crazy right now.
I'm just saying, instead of just pumping out troops, you might want to try to defend things. Because the main entrances into Korea are, like, bridges. A lot of them are bridges. Not all of them, but a lot. You might want to fortify, like, maybe not the actual border itself. But maybe you go back to somewhere near, like, Pyongyang. And you can set up some good, like, fortifications. Or go to the border. That works, too. You can set up trenches. Those are dirt cheap. You can set up emplacements. Those are a bit more money, but they help. You can set up fortifications, which help a damn good amount. Gun emplacements, which will actually fire on the enemies for you. I literally just got that tech. You like to check immediately when I get something.
Actually, it's been a while since I checked. It just happened to be that time.
I know, you just check immediately when I get a tech.
It's just the timing, because I don't constantly check.
So where are you building all of your new land fabs and stuff?
I have some near the China area I'm going to take. And then I got some right at the border of Manchukuo. Sort of.
If I were you, I'd be building them all on mainland Japan, because in case you lose Korea...
Oh, they're not being built in Korea, they're being built in current China.
I feel like that's even worse, but alright.
I have this area secure.
For now. But they are back up to 7 land fabs. I guess I see good reason to letting my treaty integrity get pretty damn high before declaring war again, after looking at what's happening over here. Like, I was maybe gonna attack again somewhere around hitting 80%, but I think I might wait a little longer, or let the world superpowers get distracted by World War II first. Russia hasn't moved too many units out here yet. They got some supply trucks sitting around. They're either taking some time to deploy their troops, or they declared war, but they're not going to follow up on it. It's hard to tell, because it would take literally forever to get from West Russia to East Russia. So I guess we still have to see. New alliance formed. Belgium and Denmark. Oh, God. World War II is going to be explosive, dude. It's going to be explosive. Oh. There's some British troops sitting in China. UK actually has troops just in China, just sitting over in Lufeng, way to the south, next to Hong Kong, to the east of it. They either have full transit or some kind of mutual defense. If you have any planes available, to the west of the Manchukuo border, there's just some elite guard asking to be killed. Russia has militarized like crazy. They have the largest deployed army now. I feel like that's garrisons, but I can't see into Russia to confirm that. If it's not garrisons, you're fucked. If it is garrisons, good, because that is actually going to draw one of the mill cap penalties onto them. It's now off you, and it's on them, which means someone might get pissed off at them. I feel like I'm researching text a lot faster than you are.
Well, this war made it hurt, and you started off with some more factories. So you got...
Oh, and one thing is you're also running out of money, so like, I feel like more than likely your research is getting pretty much turned off some days because of it. Have you considered taking out debt?
I am, but I have to wait for my integrity to get better.
To take out debt?
I mean, okay, so...
That doesn't affect your integrity. It's not affected by your integrity.
My credit rating has plummeted, so I'd only be able to take 200 mil out at a time.
I mean, it's better than going broke.
I have pretty much stabilized my finances, so I'm not going broke, but I'm close to the lower end.
It's okay. Here you go. Here's $7.5 billion. USA is here to help. That's something I can help with. I have the most money in the world. Germany has 4.1 bill and they're my biggest competitor. So I just threw 7.5 bill at you. You've already burned through almost $1 billion of it. Oh my god. Hopefully it helps. Consider taking out debt.
That went towards industry goods.
Yeah.
257,000 tons.
I can throw money at you, but at the rate that you're using it, I can't keep throwing money at you. But this is to help out. Went towards industry goods, which probably means a lot of the money's coming right back to me. Oh, you produced the second most amount. Fun fact.
The problem is I got using almost no industrial goods because everything I needed got built. But with this Russia threat along with China, I'm kinda
Oh, you're about to finish a bunch of industrial goods factories. Like, I see like 4 are about to finish, like, tomorrow.
So, I mean, it's a short-term problem.
And then 2 more in 2 days. 3 more. Oh, you're finishing a bunch of industrial goods factories. Holy shit. I love how you built them all in China. That's an interesting choice, because you're going to have halved production there. But...
Well, it's not
and you
really
have a lot of
so
space
much
in Japan.
For the production, it's more for having resources in this area.
Still, it would definitely have been more efficiently placed in Japan. Like, most of Japan is still empty. Territory loyal to you is best for these kinds of things. Oh! The Sudetenland has been annexed. Germany grows. One step closer to actual World War II. And another part of it was annexed by Poland. It's so sad how Czechoslovakia just gets eaten up. They weren't like a super ultra weak power at the time. They actually could have put up a fight, it's just nobody came to help them. Not even Poland. Poland was like, you know, we'll just take some of you too. Again, I think you might have missed when I said this earlier, but if you have any planes at all, those elite guard to the west of Manchukuo could really use some killing. Especially because now they're starting to push. They've been sitting there for a good long time, and they're about to kill one of your units because you haven't sent it yet. Because you never sent anything against them. And they're pretty much sitting ducks. They're all in open fields. It's the best place to kill them. At least once Finland will end up declaring war on the USSR before anyone else. After USSR declares war on Poland, if they get a chance. Finland usually gives them a little bit for their money, which is historically accurate, though hilarious. And that should help you maybe secure a peace treaty. Italy disavows treaty with France, following French refusal to cede Tunisia, Corsica, and French Somaliland to Italy. The Italian government has renounced its treaty of friendship with France. RIP.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Fucking imperialist ambitions. I wish I could just go, like, diplomacy with Mexico and say, hey, join me or die. I know no AI would probably really accept it, but, I mean, it'd be cool.
It'd be like, hey, Mexico, become an extra state. You follow my rules or you die.
Become the 52nd state just after Haiti. China made another air fab and another land fab. They're at 8 and 2 now. How did China claim something in fucking Manchukuo? Jesus. They stuck some units in there. I see where. I see how they did it. They're capturing some cities. Looks like ungarrisoned ones. They're avoiding the ones with garrisons. It's a fucking motorcycle recon that's been taking all that shit. The Manchukuo garrison should take that out. What has happened? Germans control Slovak Republic. Okay, so Czechoslovakia just got divvied up into, or is getting divvied up. The Slovak Republic is now a German puppet. Bowing to threats by Germany that they would allow Hungary to invade. The government of Slovak Republic has aligned themselves with the Reich, essentially becoming a German puppet state. Carpathian Ruthenia Annex. Having mass troops near the border with Czechoslovakia earlier to support the German claim on the Sudetenland, Hungary continued to apply pressure, and with German support were allowed to take control of the Carpathian Ruthenia region, enforcing another part of the First Vienna Award. And finally, Chamberlain recalls German envoy. Chamberlain shows his displeasure surrounding the events in the breakup of Czechoslovakia by recalling the envoy to Germany. There's still a little bit of Czechoslovakia remaining, but that's going to become a German puppet as well. We are nearing... All that remains before Poland is Czechoslovakia itself becoming a German puppet, Lithuanian Memel becoming a German... Well, I think just being annexed. And then Poland gets invaded, and then Danzig gets just absorbed randomly.
Go, units, go!
Is your offensive actually resuming?
I don't know how effective it will be, but I'm pushing forward anyway.
It doesn't look very effective.
Yeah, it fell apart.
The failed Japanese offensive, pushing AA guns and some awful tanks and shit. Oh, Czechoslovakia just died. Into, China. Czechoslovakia is now German Bohemia Moravia. Ooh, my election's coming up. I'm going to win. Multi-coalition ruling party. I don't remember it being called multi-coalition, but alright. A coup d'etat, yes, Spain. Okay, so Spain has been overthrown, and now they like me. So I'm going to support this. To make them like me more, because they hated me before. This is a new Spain. This doesn't happen when you play as Spain, I'm pretty sure. And I think that's, at least in multiplayer, and I think that's literally just because because I played as Spain before, I never had this happen, and I literally think that's because of how events don't proc correctly when you play as these countries. This is, I believe this is the Republic of Spain flag? I don't know. Their civilians need to start liking me more, but their government loves me.
I'm not sure, but I'm trying to take out their,
Oh, here we go. Okay, I can get all the treaties with Spain now. All the treaties. That's good. I can even get mutual defense with them. I don't know if I should do that. It could be really, really useful. It would definitely help sustain my relationship with them. They'd at least indirectly help me in any war that I take part in. If I need a launching platform into anywhere in Europe, Spain is like the perfect place. If I want to end up fighting Germany once France falls, that's easy. If I want to attack into Africa, then they give me the launch points I need with their colonies.
You could prevent France from falling if you're wanting to get involved in
I don't care if France falls. This is what I was trying to get before. I was trying to get Portugal and Spain to be my allies. So this is what I was aiming for. So I think I'm going to take the gamble, and I'm going to set up this mutual defense pact. I think this will be good. Yes. Alright, I'm going to get that. Why does the United Kingdom have a military complex in Iraq? How long has that been a thing? Holy shit. I never knew they had that. Huh. They also own a small little place in Egypt. War has been declared. Italy on Albania. This is a historically accurate war. So, usually, well, we'll see. Sometimes, okay, when the game first released, Italy never actually landed in Albania until Germany attacked Yugoslavia. But in recent versions of the game, I've noticed Italy kind of bum rushes Albania with like everything they have. So I think we'll actually get to watch Albania fall.
I'm focused on holding my lines until I get my production places built.
Yep. I gave you plenty of money. I gave you more money than any country except me even had. Twice as much, actually. So you should be good for the long run.
Just shy of 11 mil.
Bill, actually.
Yeah, Bill.
But yeah, not only did that money help you, but you actually now have more money than I sent you. So you should be fine. The Vanguard. Whoa. British and French pledge more support. The Italian declaration of war against Albania has caused the French and British to extend further guarantees, this time to Greece and Romania. As the threat of Axis expansion grows, the allied nations appear powerless to do anything but make empty offers of support. Yeah. Romania, that's interesting. I think Romania ends up basically siding with the Axis anyway. So that's kind of funny. Not going to use the Lancer. Between the Airacobra, the Mustang, and the Kitty Hawk. Mustang can go the furthest. Airacobra can barely go anywhere, so we're not using that. Kitty Hawk or Mustang? Mustang's a bit more expensive, can go further and faster, and see farther, but uses a lot more fuel. Has better defense. Worse ground attack. Alright, we're going with the Mustang. Tactical bombers. Oh boy, similar situation. Oh. Anyone that are carrier-based, there's one carrier-based one, the Buccaneer, so I'm definitely getting that. Havoc, Vengeance, Warhawk. The Vengeance is a lot weaker, but it's a lot further flying. The strongest is the Warhawk, but doesn't go as far. I'm gonna go for the Warhawk. Its combat stats are too good to care about that it can fly just a little less far. Strategic bombers. B-17E Flying Fortress or the Baltimore. Well, the Baltimore is definitely better against cities, that's for sure. Flying Fortress is a little more versatile and it can fly farther. And it has much better defense. More military goods, more fuel. Ooh. I'm gonna go with the Baltimore because it's a lot cheaper to work with and it's better at its own specialized role. Patrol planes, oh boy. I don't want the Goose. Liberator's a lot more expensive. Can't go as far, uses more fuel. Ooh. Ooh. This can transport cargo. I might get both actually. I'm gonna start by yeah, I'm gonna get both. Whoa! Okay, the Pact of Steel signed. At the official signing of their formal alliance, German and Italian leaders spoke of an invincible bloc of 300 million people wherein Germany would rule on land and Italy on sea in times of war. Alright, that's the alliance. Axis has been made. But minus Japan. They've landed in Albania. Albania is definitely going to fall at this rate. It's getting going. World's going to be spiking up in tension. 52% war justification towards Italy. That's funny. Italy declared war on France. This is some ahistorical shit right here. What's funny though is in a playthrough we've done off stream, we've seen this kind of thing happen. Oh my god, hang on a second.
I kind of want to condemn it, but I'm not.
I'm not gonna give a shit, honestly. Oh man, when you turned off spheres of influence, anything can happen, huh? So Germany and Italy made an alliance, and Italy went to war with France, and now all the Italian and French colonies are gonna start going to war. This is interesting. This is straying further and further from history.
This is what happens when you pull Japan out of the war on the side of the Axis.
So, I have no doubt in my mind that France is going to lose one way or another. I have no doubt in my mind. It's, like, inevitable, I feel. Germany should get involved eventually. Oh man, what's my casus belli towards Italy? 78%. They didn't even finish taking Albania before they did this, but it looks like Albania is about to fucking vanish. Well, by the way, there is, you know how AI move their capitals every time you take it? Sometimes, anyway. There is a way to get around that. Albania's gone. You can set the victory condition to capital, and then it makes it so the AI will never do that. Albania's dead. Oh boy, the world's really kicking off here, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah, we got my war. We have the war in Europe.
I've taken Haiti. Not that that's that big of a deal. All right. Well, we're gonna see an Italy much bigger than the Italy we know from real life. If by some happenstance the United Kingdom falls, the next person I'm going to look to as an ally is probably going to be Italy. Because they're just the perfect replacement. And they don't hate my guts. But France
How are you gonna
is...
get them out of Axis? Unless you're
They
gonna side
won't
with
they
the
won't get
Axis.
out of the Axis, but becoming friends with them will secure me in some ways. I see all these British ships just moving into the Mediterranean, it looks like. They're going to war. They're trying to go for the Italian Navy. Even though the UK is not officially in the war, they can fight through French territories. Ooh, we had something just blew up over here. It's getting interesting. They haven't landed any land forces in France to help though. I'm sure they have a mutual defense pact. Ooh, their military and civilian approval ratings are going down in UK and France. That's no good. Not for them anyway. Sure, I'll sell you things all the way until the end. I'm the world's superpower of money. And I made you the second world superpower of money. But don't worry. It'll be fine. I'm watching Europe with interest, but don't want to get involved. At least if France and Britain both fall, all their colonies in my part of the world will be will all be independent, and then I can just claim all of them without much issue. Like British Bermuda, this would be fun to take. Just land like 20 rangers there. That would be nice. Let's change that about him, move him over here. I just want to make sure that I'm perfectly prepared to take Dominican Republic. Not that they're going to offer any great amount of, like, resistance. But the more overkill that I am over here, the better.